Hello there, morons. It is Victor, King of the Morons, with another laundry vlog. In case you're new to this channel or you haven't come across one of these videos, these are a kind of video that quite a few people enjoy for some bizarre reason, because they have no lives, or they're just beautiful people. And what I basically do is blab and blab for about who knows how long, longer than anyone should be allowed to make a video. And you're not expected to watch the video, just listen. And while you're listening, you should do something else like your laundry. Iron some shirts. Perhaps pick the gunk out from under your nails. Cut your nails. Cut your nose hairs. Cut your ear hairs. And often these videos are sponsored by some kind of bourbon or whiskey. This particular bottle of Early Times, which I got for 980 yen yesterday, is called Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This apparently claims to be both bourbon and whiskey. I really should Google. I did once. I forgot because it doesn't matter to me. I did once Google what the difference between bourbon and whiskey was. If you do know, without Googling, write it in the comments, and I will be impressed that you are smarter than me, but not that much. I will not be that impressed. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, good to see you again. A couple things to talk about today, and I actually don't usually do this, but I made a slight list yeah. One of my neighbors, a good friend of mine actually, her daughter has breast cancer, which kind of ruined my breast cancer joke, because I was gonna, as if you could make a joke, I was gonna say, oh, you know, because this is true. 3%. Okay, let's pretend that no one's dying, no one's getting sick, but this is the ruined joke. 3% of all men get breast cancer. True story. And I was touching myself the other day in the chest area, just touching myself, as we are all want to do, to touch ourselves. And I noticed something here on my chest, and I thought, oh my God, what is that? But then I realized it's just muscle. No, that was a joke. Yeah, but then my friend got breast cancer, which is not a joke, and it's actually horribly sad, because she's a great woman, and we've known her a long time. She's a neighborhood woman, and we know her kids, and we know her family. We've been to their house, and they've been to our house, and she found out she had breast cancer, and she decided right as soon as they told her, she said, well, they said, well, you know, the good choice might be to have your chest removed. You know, they don't say amputate, unless you have really long boobs, I guess. But you would never use that word. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm so crass. Oh, God, help me. I'm terrible. Anyway, she's gonna get her mastectomy. Is that right? Mastectomy. She's gonna get her breast removed, and she decided, she just decided, I'm gonna do it, you know. And her family and friends and we were like, well, why don't you get a second opinion, you know? She's like, no, get rid of them. So she'll get rid of them this week, I think, actually. Yeah, or next week. But I mean, that's such a quick decision, don't you think? Can you even get that done in the States? Can you just decide you're going to get your breast removed, or, you know, get that operation? I guess if it's an emergency, but I mean, at this point, she could wait a couple weeks, a month or so, you know. So that's sad. So if you're a woman, please get your breast examined, or find a really reputable man to examine them for you. Because most guys will just try to fill you up, you know. They're scumbags. Guys are scumbags. Don't ever trust guys. So that wasn't what I was going to talk about at all. But, you know, when I mean, we had some good news this week. My dog's getting better. My wife was really sick. She's getting better. Not really sick. Anyway, she's fine. Anyway, but I had to take care of her. And but you know, when you hear things like this, like just a good mom gets breast cancer for no reason, pretty depressing. Makes you think that, you know, something's wrong with the world. Makes you realize there ain't no God and all that stuff. But and another reason I think there may not be a God is because they're making Sharknado 2. So, you know, if there was a God, really. But the reason that I think there might be a God is because I just found out that one of my favorite YouTubers is back. I actually unsubbed from him out of depression because I thought, well, he's never making a video again. He just stopped. And his name is Japanarchist, and you've seen him on the channel if you're an old time viewer. And he made a video actually, one a week ago, one 3 weeks ago, one a month ago, two a month ago. I'm looking at his channel, and I didn't know that. So, and I haven't seen any of them, but his quality is always amazing. He is just a very, very funny man. So he's got 4 videos up. I haven't seen any of them, but they've got to be. I mean, they're great. He's great. I mean, he doesn't put up shit. So if you don't know Japanarchist, go check him out. But I would say don't grow too attached because he might leave us again, and that would make me sad again. But he's a great guy and a great video maker. More importantly, a great video maker. I don't care about him being a great guy because we don't really see him that much. So just keep making videos. Sonny, we love your videos. And don't leave us again. But anyway, so that's good news. Now there's some other kind of news out there. So that he's an old time vlogger. And I was talking to, I met another vlogger today. His name is Michael. He's not a vlogger. He's just a YouTube watcher. And I don't want to talk too much about him, so I'll just say his first name, Michael, because there's a bunch of Michaels, so nobody knows if I'm talking about you. And he came to the school today with his lovely wife. And I was thinking to myself, at first when I saw his wife, I said, wow, she's good looking. How'd this guy get that girl? You know. But then I looked at him closely, because being a guy didn't occur to me to look at him. He's a good looking guy too. So it's a good looking couple. Good-looking couple, and we had a really pleasant chat at the school for, I don't know, 3 hours or so. So it was supposed to be like an hour, but in and out. But a good guy. Anyway, we were talking about content in general, and he was talking about how some people try to not sell out, but they try to appeal to other people to get a new market. And how it's not good, because once you lose the people who've been supporting you all this time, you're never going to get them back. And you can change a little bit to improve on what you're doing, but you shouldn't change it much. And then I was talking to, and then after him, another old friend came into town. I won't say his name because he's really doesn't like to be talked about, but he's actually an old friend. We lived together a long time ago. Well, I mean, roommate, not like a romantic sexual thing. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh, I haven't partaken in my early time, so cheers. Excuse me. I'm going to make a disgusting swallowing sound soon. And there's only one time you want to hear a swallowing sound. Anyway, so he was telling me he actually works on how do I say this? He works on a publication. He works on a monthly publication, so he's in the magazine business. And he mentioned how he agreed with that. I talked to him about that theory, and he talked about how his thing was never to change it, but just to improve on it. Like, he was talking about the automobile. He said someone came to the States, to Japan years ago, and they said there's no reason to reinvent the automobile, just improve on it. And with every model, they try to improve on the automobile. That was basically what he was saying. And I was thinking about Tikio Sam, because I don't know if most people don't know this, but in fact, I think only like 5 people know. Who cares? Tikio Sam, okay, Tokyo Kuni, who used to be a very influential and a great video maker. I don't know how many people know this, but he recently left Japan, and he's always been in charge of the Hanami. And this year he's not going to be here, so he personally tagged Tikio Sam and said, "You're in charge now, so make me proud," kind of thing. But Tikio Sam, like Tokyo Kuni, one of the problems with both of these vloggers is that they don't make videos, so it's hard to promote a community event if you're not actually involved actively anymore. So I've been bugging Tikio Sam, to get back into blogging, right? It's like, but one of the things he and his friends, I don't want to name them because they're all, but a lot of them are all like, oh, it's got to be a perfect production, we got to make a perfect video. And although I totally respect the desire to want to make a good vlog or good video, a well-edited video, though you might not think, oh, what would you know about that, Victor? Well, I have attempted to make edited videos in the past, quite successfully actually. But one of the reasons people watch TOMOKO Sam and watch me is not because I make well-edited videos, but because of this. I mean, I'm doing what they expect me to do, and what I enjoy doing. I mean, I really enjoy talking to you guys. It's bizarre. Like, I get like a little antsy if I haven't done this. It's like a drug, right? Done this and it's not just because the alcohol's connected, but I get a little antsy if I haven't done this for a few days. Like, I just feel like there's things I want to get off my chest and say to you, you internet people who love me and hate me, you fickle people who are so easy to turn on me so quickly, but at the same time, whose admiration and love I desperately need because I have no self-confidence. Not true, not true. Anyway, so I told TOMOKO Sam this idea tonight. I said, just go out and make your vlogs, because one of the reasons people liked him when he did make videos was that he had this I want to say facade. No, he's not a facade, but he comes across as a no bullshit, don't give a fuck type of guy, you know, and a very energetic one at that. So yeah, that's something that, anyway, it's something that's just been interesting me recently. The idea that you need to retain, in a way, your integrity and stay the way you are, right? Or you're going to lose your core audience and the people who really supported you and were there for you. I mean, I guess you could make a new audience and they'll maybe more, in the end, more helpful than your old audience. But well, like a sexy Phil. I mean, I don't know if you guys knew that. No, who cares? Dropping names. I knew a sexy Phil when he had 90 subs, and now he's humongous, right? But his beginning videos were nothing like what they are now, of course. So he changed his whole format, his whole style, and it's done him good. You know, I don't think he'd be nearly as big if he were doing the same comedy stuff that he started out with. So, but at the same time, you know, there are no rules. There are just observations, and you can pick and choose, and you can decide what to do with what you see. But there's another blogger out there, and I'm going to mention another old blogger. So we got Japan Arcus, he's an oldie, he's back. TOMOKO Sam's going to make a new video soon announcing the Hanami on April 5th and 6th. And there's another old blogger named Brian Ishiba, and his username is Ishii, so Ishibii, Ishibii. And he used to make very different kinds of spontaneous, hilarious, energetic, overly energetic videos. And they were good. I liked him. He often said shit that I was surprised he could get away with saying. Like shit that you really, like if I said, I would get a lot of shit for it, but for some reason, because I don't know, maybe because he was young or handsome, I don't know for whatever reason, he'd say shit that, and he wouldn't get any slack for it. I wouldn't, or at least maybe I just didn't notice it, But he recently made a video 3 weeks ago that caught my eye. Oh, and it wasn't his only one. Yeah. And it's called A Calmer Genre. And he talked about how a lot of the vloggers in Japan and in the world think they got to be like, "Hey guys, it's Victor. Good to see you again. And today click on the, be all energetic and full." And I'll be the first to admit I've made that kind of video before. But I was watching that video, and he was talking about how he's more into thoughtful vlogs nowadays, and he wants to, be part of this more thoughtful vlogger type of slower type of person. I was watching that, and it kind of bugged me a little bit, because I felt a little bit like maybe he thought I was the former type of vlogger, like, "Hey guys, it's Victor. How you doing? Good to see you," kind of guys. But as you guys know from this channel completely changed that way, and that I'm keeping those kind of more energetic vlogs, and the edited vlogs I'm moving over to gimmeabreakman, and I'm doing these unedited vlogs over here. But they're not all just laundry vlogs, of course. They're also just unedited interviews of other people. You know, you've seen the channel. Who cares? But it was funny because I wanted to talk to, I wondered if Brian thought that I was only that kind of blogger. I don't think he watches me anymore, which is why I'm saying. But the thing is, I like his videos, so whatever, who cares, you know? I like his videos, and I hope he. I guess I would like him to think I was the calmer type of genre type of video maker, but you know, I don't even know if he watches me, so who cares? It's stupid. It's like I care, but at the same time, whatever. But he's a good video maker. So if you're interested in a calm type of vlogger, go over and check out his video. If you like him, tell him that Victor sent you. Tell him that overly energetic, crazy guy Victor sent you, because he likes your videos. But he's a good video maker. So yeah, definitely check him out. Let's see what he's at right now. He's at, I just like to notice, he's got 13,066 subs, which is pretty good, especially considering the fact that he's only got, I don't know how many videos he's got, but not that many. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 videos up. So he erased a bunch of videos. I think he erased like a whole bunch of videos. He's still got some of the older videos up, apparently, but there's a big space. So I know a lot of them disappeared. I don't know when the first ones were. Anyway, don't worry about it. He's a good recommendation. Go check him out. If you like my videos, I think you'll like his videos. Of course, he doesn't have the natural good looks that I have, but what can you do? You know, maybe he'll grow into it like I have. You know, I wasn't that good looking when I was younger either. Actually, I was so beautiful when I was younger. It's so sad. I don't even recognize myself. Anyway, that's one guy who makes good body, who's an old timer who makes good videos. Here, and the video is about Rachel's video. Actually, I'm getting to her. But first, I want to talk about some other thing. I want to talk about, I'm doing what I want. It's a laundry vlog. Just shut up and iron your shirts, okay? So the next video is, the next recommendation, I guess, is a guy named Jamie Japan. It's JMEJPN. And he's got a great logo, and he's got great edited videos, and he's got like a team. He's got a woman who shoots, and another guy who helps edit. And he's actually the ugliest one in the whole bunch. I got to tell you, Jamie, you're the ugliest one. I don't know if the other ones can talk. Maybe the only one who can talk, you know, can string together 2 sentences or 8 words or whatever, call it, however words you need to make a sentence. I guess you only need 3. But hello, I am Jamie. So anyway, but he makes amazingly good videos, and he's New Zealand. He's a New Zealander, which I gotta admit, I'm doing this partially to give Hiko Simon a run for his money, because Hiko Simon's a great vlogger. But if you watch this guy Jamie, you will notice the similarities in their in their pronunciation. They have the same accent. That's all I'm saying. You know, same accent. I don't know about their fetishes for sheep or anything like that. No ideas. I'm not speaking on that, but they got the same accent. So check him out. He's got very well edited videos if you're interested in Japan. Now I got to talk about a guy who sucks, but not really because of him so much, but because of how he's trying to go about this. Now, a lot of people, there's a lot of Jvloggers out there, and we all do the same. And I'm excuse me for the following word. If you don't like F words, close your ears on the next one. But we all do the same fucking thing. Hey, I'm going to try this soda. I'm going to try this snack. And, you know, and this is what Japanese people are like, you know, kind of shit. And it's the same shit over and over. And I got to admit, this other new guy who's up, his name is BluesinKimono. And here's the thing. I like him. And I see some potential here. But I'm going to be honest, because that's what you guys expect of me. And I'm tired of just being nice all the time, because that's not me. I'm honest. And that sometimes being honest means not being necessarily nice. Though you could make an argument that there's really no reason to say anything at all, you know. But here's a guy. Here's my theory. I'm going to badmouth this guy, but at the same time, I think he's got something worth watching. So I want you to check out his channel, and he's only got 10 subs, so it can't get any worse. I mean, I don't think I'm going to make anyone unsub from this guy. And he's only got 2 videos, and he just started out. He's a new guy. He got a video up 4 days ago and a video up 2 days ago, and he looks like he's really interested in this blogging thing. But maybe we can nip this new Jvlogger, oh, I'm doing the same thing as everybody else kind of shit, Jvlogger in the bud, and maybe improve on it a little bit. Now, his first video, and this is really what bugged me. First of all, let's go back to him. The guy plays guitar really well. He's young, skinny, handsome. He looks like he could be Jewish or something, which is just a good thing, basically, in Hollywood, you know. And this is the Hollywood of YouTube, right? The Jvlogging community. No, he looks like he could be. He looks like that guy from Apple Pie, the one who has sex with the apple pie. I forgot his name. Jace. I think his name is Jason, or maybe that's character's name. I don't know. He's also a guy who plays on that Black is the New or Orange is the New Black show. Please write his name in the comments. So because I'm lazy, I don't want to look him up. As I pour myself another bottle of bourbon/whiskey. So he makes a video called Japanese People Condescending to Foreigners, and it's all right. It's a good video until he introduces his girlfriend. And I hate to tell you this to you, BluesinKimono. I don't even know your name. Maybe I'll just call you Jason. Oh, wait a minute. He says his name right in the middle, in the beginning. Hold on. I'll just read it. He says, "Hello, my name is Evan." Evan. Okay, so, and he's got a girlfriend named Nanako, and she's cute. She's so cute. She's just cute. She's a cutie. She's a cutie pie. But when she starts speaking, she says, and I'm not kidding. You can check it out if you don't believe me. When she starts speaking, she says, and her English is very good, but it's good to the point of being annoyingly bad. As in, she must have learned English from like the most idiotic California girls I've ever met. Or, I don't know, maybe Long Island, whatever. Anyway, she says the word like 11 times in 20 seconds, and I'm not kidding. She's a terrible English speaker in that you can't tell she's not a native speaker. She's a horrible native English speaker, but she's not native English. So, Nanako, if you're watching this, honey, darling, baby, my donut. Old timers will understand where that came from. Old viewers. I'm not really trying to rag on you, but you really cannot say like so much. And Evan, in your next video, you say like 100 times too. So yes, I am not perfect. I am guilty of saying like too much and too much too. But Jesus, I'm a goddamn Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Churchill compared to you guys. Seriously. So work on that. I do like the format of the first video. You're speaking English, you have Japanese subtitles. That's useful. Appeal to Japanese people, I suppose. But you didn't really say anything too enlightening in that video. But I mean, you're starting out. I mean, you can go from there. Maybe response videos in the beginning are good for you. But everyone else who's watching, please check them out. I mean, I think you might have something there, and you know, if you don't like my opinion, that's tough. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm tired of apologizing and explaining myself to you young whippersnappers. No, seriously. That's, you know, there's certain things that I agree with, but then when it comes to actually, like Anthony Jeselnik, he said, I'm not gonna explain myself to people who want me to apologize for jokes or explain my jokes. And I think the same thing should go for vloggers. You know, if you don't agree with my vlog or you disagree with it, then too bad. I'm not gonna say fuck you or fuck off. I won't go to that far. But I'll say, well, too bad. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna apologize. I think it could be good, but I think you need some work. And if you make a video, you should expect criticism. At least I'm putting my face on my comment, okay? You're going to get a lot of anonymous people say you suck. And did she put on a strap on last night? And do you? You're going to get comments like that, right? Okay, now to the big daddy here. It's Rachel, who I adore. Rachel and June. They're great. I was actually thinking, who do I adore more? They're both great. I can't decide. They're both great. I'd like to see June on camera some more, but I'm sure you guys don't because you guys all have penises. Hold on. Huh? Well, yeah, I like to see June on camera more. But you guys, yeah, that's right. I mean, I have a penis too, but I don't let my penis control my life like you guys do. I mean, I know most of you guys, like, you're actually wondering if you should type a comment, and you're looking down at your penis to get permission to type a comment, because that's how controlled you are. However, I've learned to control the penis. Anyway, Rachel is a beautiful girl, and I'm sure your penises are great. June is a wonderful guy, and if you would let your penis shut up for a minute, you would see that. You would see that, and you'd want him on camera more too. I'd like to see June on camera more. That's all I'm trying to say. But anyway, her last video is called "Being a Unicorn in Japan." Unicorn Taiken, Nihon, and this is Jimaku. There's subtitles. Okay. So she talks about the rudest Japanese people she's ever met. And ironically, to me at least, they are Japanese girls, not Japanese guys. But the reason I even know about this video, and the weekend I was sick, I don't know, I still got a slight cold. I was sick this weekend. I did do something. I took the dog out to the park. We had a great time. My wife came too. And Maggie's been sick recently, so it was good to see her actually wanting to walk around. And we had just a really nice day. She was walking around the park. But I was talking to Michael, who I mentioned earlier in this vlog, and he mentioned that he's a big fan of Rachel and June. And he was talking about the word unicorn, and he said he said it was funny because Rachel didn't know what unicorn actually meant. And I was like, well, I don't know either. What are you talking about? But and he filled me in. Excuse me, while I take another sip. Apparently, unicorn refers to the mythical creature that is a single girl who wants to have sex with a married couple. Now, Rachel, if you're watching this, and I think you will be watching this because you're so bored at work apparently that you have to watch my videos. So thank you, and I thank your boss for giving you a boring job. I'm not doing this to try and embarrass you at all, but apparently he said that, and I haven't checked the comment, but he said that in your comment section, a lot of people turned you on to this now, this fact or this other meaning. Apparently, unicorn is a single girl who is willing to have sex with a married couple, or maybe with each part of a married couple. I don't know, like with a man and then with a woman, like bisexual, and not expect anything in return. And of course, this girl does not exist. She's a mythical creature, thus the name unicorn. So apparently by you titling this way, people think that you are saying that you are a unicorn. But of course you're not, because you're married for one thing. So anyway, so that's that. But this, so she talks about how some people stare at you quite a bit. Personally, I think what she's talking about is it's more not exaggerated, but what she's experiencing, of course, is not just because she's a number one, a foreigner. It's also because she's number two, hot. Excuse me, June. I'm not trying to be rude. Rachel, no offense intended. She's a very attractive woman. Number three, she has red hair. Okay. Number four, she's tall. She literally stands out, right? She's fairly tall, or maybe she just appears tall. I'm pretty sure she's tall. Yeah. I met her, but my memory of her is tall. Anyway, June too. June's also very tall. Of course she's going to stand out, so people are going to stare at her more. People don't stare at me that much, though. Even today. I'll tell you the funniest, weirdest thing. This is bizarre. So last 2 Saturdays ago, I'm on the subway going home from work. Okay, I finished, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't remember. I'm going home on the subway, and I'm reading the Jake Adelstein book. I'm actually reading the book, and I'm kind of lost in the book. And when I walk in at Sakai Station, when I at my work, I'm at the nearest station to my job. I get on the subway, and I notice these 2 very attractive young girls standing in front of me. But being a married guy, an old married guy, not that old, but old enough to know better, I'm with a foot on solid reality. I just thought, oh, two attractive girls. They're kind of look at me. So what? I'm reading this book. It's good. It's a good section here talking about Yakuza. Okay. So I go and sit down in a seat. I find a seat. I'm sitting down. I'm reading. And, oh yeah. And then an old woman walks. Was it an old woman? Somebody walked in who needed a seat. I noticed. It was a couple. And they both sat in different places. But I knew that if I gave up my seat, they could sit together. So I did that. And they could sit together. And so I was standing up and kind of just reading my book. And I was kind of standing at near these girls that were looking at me. And then I guess I got distracted. Partially because you could feel their eyes on you, right? But whatever, I just thought they're just, they're yokels. They're yokels. And they just didn't, they weren't very used to foreigners, because Nagoya is a pretty big city. It's got like 3 million people. So I think it's got 3 million. So at Nagoya Station, I start getting, by accident, that's not my station. It's still only 2 stations. I'm supposed to go like 5 stations. I get off at Nagoya Station because I feel, for some reason, I think these girls were approaching me, and I thought it's time to get off for some reason. I don't know what happened to me. I got distracted. I got off the station. No, I looked up from my book, and these girls were walking towards me. And I think I backed right off the subway onto the platform. And for some reason, I had this feeling that they knew me. Because they had this like, hi, kind of, hi kind of thing. And this is not anything really rude. It's just confusing. And I thought, and I did I did a lecture at a particular high school just a week ago. And I thought maybe these girls go to that high school, right? So I said, hi. And they're like, oh, hello. And I said, do you go to blah, blah high school? And they look confused. They said, no. And they could speak English. And I was surprised. They could speak a little English. And they said, no. We're high school students. And I was like shocked. Because they were, I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to be a dirty old man. Because I'm not a dirty old man. I don't think about young girls like that. But you would have to be blind not to admit that these two young they were junior high school girls. They said, no, we're in junior high school. And I was like, what? Because they were good looking, tall. Also, so they were almost my height. They were really tall, good looking girls. And they were both wearing normal clothes. They weren't wearing uniforms or anything. But they were, like attractive girls. And I was like, what? You're junior high school girls? And they were like, yeah, hi. And I was like, okay, this is really weird now. And they're like asking me questions. And I was like really uncomfortable because I was thinking, this is really weird. Honestly, I just thought these girls are attractive and they're talking to me like they're interested in me, which is really weird. Because I'm, why would they do that, right? And of course, the answer is only they just wanted to practice their English. So they asked me a few questions. And I said, well, if you want to study Eikaiwa, I gave them the card to my school. Of course, they live like in a really far away town, so they're never going to come, and they haven't tried contacting me, so which is fine, which is good. But anyway, I was like, how do I wanted to make it kind of a cold. I wanted to be friendly, but I didn't want to be too friendly, so I turned it into a business opportunity. Like, okay, well, if you'd like to study more, if you'd like to speak with him, if you enjoyed this short conversation and you'd like to speak more with me, here's my business card where you can pay to spend time with me. But it was weird. It was weird. Which is nothing like Rachel's experience at all, except 2 girls came at me and attacked me. Like she was attacked, but no blood was spilled. But as soon as that ended, I emailed my wife and I said, I just got hit on by, nampasareta yo, I got hit on by 2 junior high school girls. And I got home, I told her, and she just thought I was crazy. But she thought it was funny. She laughed. She believed me, actually. And you probably don't believe me, but that's okay. I don't care. You're internet people. You're not real. Except for those of you who are. But anyway, that was like one of the weirdest experiences I've had, just being a foreigner. I've had other ones that are much worse, of course. I have been told to go back to my country 1 or 2 times. And here's a really bizarre third person story. I saw this on Facebook the other day. A guy who's been here a long time, maybe longer than me in a way, in that he came here when he was a teenager. So his Japanese is incredible. But he was on a bus the other. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants this. Wants this because it was on Facebook. It was kind of private. But yeah, I've only got 1,500 friends on Facebook. So, but he said he was on a bus and he got a phone call and he answered the phone and he kept it short. And when he hung up, a Japanese guy in his 40s stood up and said, "You know, it's rude to talk on the phone on a bus. If you don't know that, then go back to your country." For some reason, I just lost my voice. And he was kind of shocked, and he wrote that in the comments. And of course, other people were like, "Well, you guys are, just an unhappy person," kind of thing. I've never had that kind of experience. I've told that to other people. And the other thing is, like, what he's describing, his behavior. I've seen tons of Japanese people speaking on the bus and the train. And I've often been in, or even movie theaters. I'm like, "Geez, don't you know? Come on." And I give them dirty looks. And I have on occasion said, "Hey, chatto, onegaishimasu." I'm like, you look, like I said, if you only know the word onegaishimasu, you can get a lot of shit done. Just look at someone and go, "Onegaishimasu." Like, please. And it works, it really does. So. Anyhow, back to the unicorn story. I've got a story that you will not believe, and it's bizarre. So I knew this guy here in Japan about 10 years ago. He was an ugly, fat, rude Scottish guy. Not that all Scottish guys are rude and fat, because look at Sean Connery, who is now declared that, although he's probably senile by now, he thinks that Scotland should become independent. But this Scottish guy told us this story that none of us could believe, but there's no reason for him to lie. He was apparently walking down the street one day in the Maike area, which doesn't mean anything to you, but it's kind of like just a little farther. It's kind of a seedy area, slightly seedy area. South Imaike is seedy. North is okay. I lived in the north area, which is nice neighborhood. But he was in the south part walking, and he said this couple approached him and asked him to be. The guy said, "I want you to watch. I want you to have sex with my wife, and I want to watch. I want you to have sex with my wife, not watch, and I want to watch." That's what he said. And apparently he did it. That's it. And I think they even paid him like 10,000 yen, so he's a whore. I don't remember that part, clearly. So maybe they didn't pay him, but that kind of weird shit happens. And if you didn't miss out 2.5 Oyajis with Kurt, got to check out Softy Papa. He was invited to a kind of restaurant, bar, whatever, where apparently people are having sex everywhere in the whole restaurant, except where he was, because he didn't want to partake in the Japanese experience, so he was left out. But that kind of weird shit happens sometimes, and sometimes foreigners are. I guess he was a unicorn. I guess he was a unicorn. So yeah. Anyway, that's all. That's it. That's it for now. Thinking about making another video, but I don't know. I really should get to bed. I got a lot to do tomorrow. I've been making. There was the Nagoya Marathon yesterday, and I felt kind of down, so I didn't go to see it. I usually like to go to see big events in the city. I didn't go, and I feel bad because one of my students ran, and she says everyone was dressed up like anime characters, so I missed it. So maybe next time. Anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. The name is Victor. If you got to the end of the video, make a comment. What should I, just the test to see. Make a comment about this egg, about blue eggs, about eggs. What do you think of when you think about eggs? This is a stress ball someone gave me. Blue stress ball. All right, that's all I got for you. Talk to you soon, and thanks for watching. Good night.